I'm the account director for National Nuclear Laboratory. I look after advanced nuclear technologies, small modular reactors, advanced modular reactors and large-scale new build. Well, I think there's a lot of things that we have to consider when you're trying to get to a net zero carbon future. And one of those things is that there's a role to play for many different diverse technologies. It's not just about nuclear, actually it's about being able to link with the renewables industry and other ways of producing energy. You potentially will have decentralised grids, you'll have localised electricity, you'll have new systems that are in place. And I think the role for the nuclear industry is to be able to answer some of those questions and to be able to feed into it as part of an ecosystem. Well, I think renewables potentially could produce everything that you need, just not quite at this moment in time. Looking at the way the information that Tom presented earlier shows quite clearly that right now there are days where it just can't meet the needs and the demands. And actually, if you look at the demands and the forecast going into the future for the likes of 2040, 2050, you can see that the energy demands are only ever increasing. With that need, there will always be a need for a base load of electricity, as well as being able to answer some of those decentralised grids that we talked about earlier. So there'll be a need to have that mix, in which case I don't think you can be fully reliant on one source of electricity or one type of renewable technology. It has to be that balanced approach. I think with advanced nuclear technologies, there's loads of opportunity for innovation. There's new tech, specifically on materials, on cooling systems, on power generation types of things like Brayton cycles. There's technology development on the standard things that you'd have, like instrumentation and control. I think for the supply chain to really get to grips with it, what they need to do is have a bit of an understanding of what those advanced nuclear technologies are going to be, what the new AMRs, the Generation 4 type reactors are, and even with the SMRs Gen 3 plus type things, and where those minor gaps might be and where the major gaps will be. With advanced nuclear technologies, I think there's an opportunity for multiple regions to come together and to work together. And actually, I think there's enough work for all to be able to address some of those needs, because the industry is pretty small. And I think if it came together, whether it be Southwest or another part of the country, there's enough work for everybody. And the key is really, can you collaborate? If you can collaborate, you probably find you'll be doing an awful lot more. In the same way that you have in automotive that's spread around the country, aviation that's spread around the country, it's the same kind of thing that can be done in nuclear, I feel.